What is up, Apex Nation, and welcome back to some more Scarlet Nexus. Hope you guys are having a great day. And today we go around and do all the bond episodes we have. Maybe increase our team bond. And I don't know, maybe get some new outfits. Don't know. What I do know is we have some brain messages. Oh, and new scenes out. Yeah. I'm definitely way behind on the anime. But I think the dubbed version is out, and I'm interested to check that out. So I want to probably watch it then. All right, but let's just begin and talk to everyone, and let's have a Bondy episode. So Babe transmitted the data to the past. I definitely didn't see that coming. Bond episode.
Hey, Kagro. If you, have some time, what do you say we go get coffee?
Oh, well, I've never been asked by a guy before, and it's Yuito of all people.
Is it that unexpected?
Of course it is. After all, I am the one who killed your father. I've said a lot of things to you and dragged you around, but I thought you'd still have something against me.
I still have mixed feelings about you, and you're right. I can't just forgive what you did.
Yeah, I figured.
But that's why I want to know who you are, and what you're thinking. And it was a nice break going to town with you.
Huh. If that's how it is, how about we do something less boring than just coffee?
Less boring? Hey, where are you taking me?
I could tell you now, but that would spoil the surprise.
You two might lose his innocence here. Never mind.
You said something less boring, but this place is pretty deserted.
You probably shouldn't believe everything someone like me says. I was lying.
Okay. Why did you bring me here?
Well, you did say you wanted to understand me. I chose this place because I don't think anyone will bother us here. Don't hesitate to ask me whatever you want. You have the right to do so.
Well, I do have something I've been wanting to ask you. You said you wanted to stop Togetsu for your family, right?
Yeah. Everything I've worked for up till now was to stop Togetsu's plans, to protect the existence of my family, of my daughter. For 2,000 years, that's all I lived for. Well, I told you most of that already.
Yeah, I understood that, and I don't doubt it at all. But there is still something I just don't understand.
What's that?
You already stopped Togetsu. You finally reached your goal. So what's wrong? Why do you still look so unsatisfied?
Oh? That's pretty sharp. You know, you're something, kid. Very innocent. Maybe too innocent.
What? You're not still hiding something, are you?
Well, everything I've told you up till now was definitely true. But if there is something, I guess it's that I'm burned out.
You're burned out? What do you mean?
It's been 2,000 years. My family, the world I know, they're all far in the past. I have nothing now. I don't feel anything. I'm totally empty inside. I achieved the only goal I had. Now I'm just remaining in this world with no real meaning. Kind of like a ghost.
I know what it feels like to lose your family. I lost mine too. But how can you talk like that? You're the one who murdered my father. You're telling me that the person who killed my family is a burned out coward?
I'm sorry if it makes you mad, but that's how I feel. You're the one who wanted to know. So, do you want to kill me now?
No, I don't. Thank you for being honest with me.
I'll talk to you anytime. You beat the crap out of me in a one-on-one fight.
Yeah, don't you forget it.
Okay then, that's enough serious talk. Time to head out to town.
Wait, what? That was a quick turnaround. I can't believe you want to go out now.
I told you I'd take you somewhere less boring, didn't I? You need to pay attention.
You just told me not to believe what someone like you says.
All right, today I'll show you how real men have fun in Suo. This is gonna be fantastic.
He said fun was escaping reality, but I think he might be enjoying himself just a little too much.
He's a complicated one, that dude.
Yuito, you tired? Are you making sure to use Baki to make you feel better?
Yes, Baki gives me all the energy I need.
Yeah, you're really weird. I guess this is what it means to have a good upbringing.
Well, if Baki makes you feel better, then I'll be sure to buy any Baki merchandise I come across.
Thank you. Sustained invisibility and combo vision. Nice, sweet combo vision. Cool.
I think we make a pretty good team.
I don't know how to say this. Talking to you, honestly, I'm shaking. I have nothing. My life has no meaning. But I guess I'm the only one who can remember them. My family. Sorry, I don't know how to put it. We should talk again. Let's just not go out on town next time.
I guess so.
Do I have gifts for you? I do have gifts for you. I have a magician costume set. Let's give him that.
Good taste.
Well, thank you. I'll teach you one of the secrets to being popular, Yuto. Master card tricks. Everyone's eyes will be on you. Doesn't mean you're popular. But he's invisible. Funny. It actually is pretty funny. You already have that. Oh. Okay, that's the only thing. No one else can have that, so you can have it.
Really? Thanks.
You're welcome. What's that? You want me to play a song? I used to be pretty good, you know. That song brings me back. I guess I'll have to stop being sentimental and try practicing it again.
Do you want me to say some magic words to give you happy vibes? Hi there, I'm Baki.
You're not grasping his character at all. Baki isn't like that. Try again.
What? You get really obnoxious when it comes to Baki. But I guess your overly picky criticism means you're doing all right. Just remember that moderation is the key to life.
Level 4. Assault Vision. Nice. Assault Vision is really good. Got card castle playing cards. Press from Kagero.
You can call me a trusted partner.
It's hard to tell if you're serious or not. I do count on you, though.
Cool. It's even 2-layered. Very, very cool, dude. Well, we're done with you. Let's go get other boring person out of the way, which would be Shiden. Oh, there you are. Hi. Let's bond, dude. Much as I don't want to. Let's
Yuito,
bond.
I need to talk to you.
Yeah, but what?
Did you come to insult me again?
No, I don't want anyone else to hear. We're going to Musubi's. Come on.
Hey, wait, I didn't agree. Oh, man. I can't take this guy.
We could beat him in a one-on-one fight.
So, what do you want?
We had an argument last time.
Yeah, I remember. You don't want to pick up where we left off, do you? I've had enough of that.
No, I don't. I was too emotional before, so I'm sorry.
Wait, what did you just say?
I said I'm sorry. What's strange about that? I know when I've gone too far.
Yeah. I said things I didn't mean to. But I didn't expect you to just apologize.
I called you a pampered little boy. But when I thought of your circumstances, I realized I was wrong. You lost both your parents, then almost lost your memory. You've had plenty of your own hardships.
Well, when you say it like that... Did I really have it that hard?
Will you accept my apology?
Yeah, I accept.
Just to be clear, I'm only apologizing for what I was wrong about. It's true that you're a dimwit, so I won't apologize for that.
Hey,
Can't he be a little nicer? I guess that's just his personality.
Speaking of hardships, you said you were a dud. Do you actually know what that means?
Huh? It means someone born without powers.
Do you really understand that? You say it like it doesn't affect you. They have it harder than even civilians. They're powerless.
Well, it's kind of unclear. Wait, are you worried about me?
No?
Aww.
I can't understand how you could say that so lightly. No matter what the official stance is, people without powers are discriminated against. It doesn't matter if you're a Sumeragi or not. No matter how much they flatter you to your face, they're laughing at you in their heads. I don't think I could handle that.
I know that people won't look at me the same, but it won't change who I am. There are people who see me for me, not as a psionic or as a Sumeragi.
I can't tell if you're tough or just stupid. You've had so many bad experiences, but you look so self-assured. When I see you, it makes me think I can't whine about my little problems.
I'll take that as a compliment. I'm surprised you want to whine sometimes.
It's not that I want to whine. There are things I'm not pleased about. I've worked so hard, but my real ability still isn't appreciated in the OSF. It's irritating.
Oh yeah, I think I know what it feels like to not be appreciated too. People don't see how hard I work because I'm a Sumeragi. Just like you.
Huh. Way to be insulting without trying. I'll give you some advice. If you feel like you're not being appreciated, then get so strong that people have to appreciate you. That's the only way. It's what I worked so long for, and what I'll keep working for.
Wow. You can be unexpectedly passionate.
Unexpectedly? Why is it unexpected?
I just always thought you were the cool guy. I didn't think we'd have anything in common.
Stop it. We don't have anything in common. I'm not a pampered boy like you.
Yeah, we're not alike at all. I mean, I'm not rude like you.
What?
If you had been nicer about your advice before... Oh, that's right. I haven't thanked you yet. I had trouble listening, but once I put the insults aside, I realized it was pretty good advice. Thanks.
Of course it was. I'm always studying battles to get better than I am now.
Yeah, I think that's amazing. Will you give me more advice sometime?
Sure. But I won't be so nice next time, so don't cry about it.
I'll be ready. I'm counting on you.
I wonder how his relationship with Kasane is. You know, is he that rude to her?
Stop furrowing your brow the moment you look at someone.
I could say the same to you.
That makes two of us then. Makes me angry that we're alike. But I guess you could say I'm rubbing off on you. You should keep climbing to get on my level.
You're level 3, which gives us combo vision. I'd rather have assault vision, but it's alright. We'll get there. Maybe.
My first impression of you was the worst. But now, I'm willing to say you're the second to worst. Are you trying to be nice? I guess I'm grateful that I'm better now.
Why does his desk have to be... Wait, is his desk next to ours? Why does his desk have to be next to... Well, next to Nabe. But, you know. Alright, what do we have? Tell me how to deal with this. I hear you're pretty good at housework. But how's your wisdom on everyday life? The static electricity I make is giving me problems. It affects my work sometimes, too. I want to do something about it. That's all left field. I do know something, though. The easiest thing is to put your palm on a wall or some wood for a while before you touch a doorknob. It happens easily when your skin is dry, too, so make sure to stay moisturized. Is your skin dry, Sheeden? I'd rather not talk about my skin, but I have been a little dry lately. It's pretty good advice. Thanks. Honestly, I don't know if that's actually true advice or not. I don't know if you can just, if you have lotion on and all that and your skin isn't dry, do you get like static electricity? You still got it, right? We finished up you too, Gamma, already? Yeah. I'm gonna give that to Kasane and what's her name? Kaguru? No. Forgot her name. Alright, so they're done. Who do we have left? I'm interested in all these people now to learn all about them. Oh, we have you as well. We'll get yours done now. This is Gamma. I'm glad the plan worked. Bond! Bond to me, little Luca. Sorry, didn't mean to call you little.
Do you have a moment?
You look worried. Did something happen?
Yes, I must conduct this with the utmost secrecy. It's slightly dangerous. It may be difficult to manage on my own. So I was wondering if you could help me.
Of course I'll help. So how dangerous is it?
For a while now, I've been looking into the research conducted at the old OSF hospital. During the investigation, I discovered research data was stolen by a spy from Seiron.
Stolen?
I can't go into details, but it's very dangerous. It must be erased as soon as possible.
So you want to infiltrate a Seiron research facility?
Yes. It should be in the Supernatural Life Research Facility.
Okay. Will it just be the two of us?
Yes, that would be best.
I guess fewer people involved would be better for secrecy.
I'm glad you understand. Let's leave immediately.
Let's go. All right, we can go do this with Luca. This is gonna take some time away from us. Maybe we'll rush it. Yeah, but they're gonna talk every now and then.
I know it's kind of late to bring this up, but shouldn't we be hiding as we move so they don't notice us?
No.
Really? I don't have this key card. Dang. Can I... There's no way we can just teleport through this, Luca. We're gonna have to go all the way around. Alright, let's try to make it fast. I still have everyone's SAS. What do we have? Fuel pods. Pyro.
Hey! You lit that one up. Now die! It's over!
I love the combat in this game. So I won't complain about having to fight. Combat's a lot of fun.
Next. Looks like the enemy dropped something rare.
Take it.
You should be able to break the outer shell if you keep attacking.
I will.
Come on. The shell is broken. Give it everything you have.
Got it.
Now die! It's over! Come on. Here we go. It'll work.
Oh, get it.
Leave it to me.
There!
There we go. Ooh, how do we... Let's go up. I don't remember the layout of this place too well. Oh, crap. Can't remember if we have to go up to go down, you know, that sort of thing. Oh, hi.
Good. Next.
There!
Wasn't there a down? Do I really gotta go around and get all the locks again? Is that what you're telling me?
Some help, Luca!
If that's the case, I'm definitely doing this wrong.
Go, Yuito!
Because I definitely do not grab all the ones I can. Well, that's all I need is actually number 4. Now I can run back to the beginning. Would be good.
There are more others than I expected. I was right to bring you with me. If we take too much time getting there, they may detect us and move the research data to another location.
I'm glad I came. Why were you looking into the research at the old OSF hospital anyway?
I apologize if this sounds harsh, but I'll be honest with you. While I was observing you, I feared that I might lose my power one day as well.
Oh. Well, you are a dud like me.
Yes, I began looking into the research the government did on powers to alleviate my fear. I was hoping I would discover a way to treat the loss of powers.
Is that why you asked for my help?
Yes, since you already know my secret, I didn't have to lie to you. It was rather selfish for me to ask you. I'm sorry.
Don't worry about it. I'm happy you asked me to help, no matter the reason. So, did you find what you were looking for?
Unfortunately, no. In fact, I found the opposite.
You don't mean...
Yes. It's data on eradicating psionic hormones from human brains with drugs and completely erasing powers.
Why would they research something like that?
It seems their plan was to use it as a weapon to depower enemy psionics.
And now Seiron is continuing that research.
If it's implemented, it'll be a huge threat to the OSF, since we use our powers as a weapon. And many more people will face discrimination as duds.
We have to stop this research. Let's find that data and erase it.
That's very, very interesting. Research on how to make duds. Alright, so what we should do is avoid that, because I don't feel like fighting. And we can run all the way back down and go to the 4th one now. We should be fine. I could run around and grab all the other environmental stuff and all that, but I don't quite care about that. I'm not going for a 100% run. I'm just really, really enjoying this game. Go. So I should be able to open this. And that should put us here. And then I can just, we really don't need a heal, but I can grab the heal. Experimental division. Researching how to make duds.
Is this the lab researching the stolen data?
It should be. It seems no one is here. Let's get this done. What is this? No.
What's wrong?
It seems Seiron's research has already progressed further than I expected. This is a plan to disperse the drug indiscriminately and turn an entire city into duds. If they use this, they may be able to turn all humans in New Himuka into duds.
What is Seiron thinking? Delete that right now.
I don't think it'll matter.
What's the matter? Delete the data, Luca.
Backups, dude.
I just had a strange thought. Have you ever wondered what the world would be like if there were no powers?
Dead.
What are you saying?
Others, dude. We'd be
I've
dead.
thought about it all my life. Our society is fixated on the superiority of powers. Whether you have powers or not decides your fate. But if all humans were duds, no one would ever have to worry about powers again. How much tragedy have you seen that would never have happened if there were no powers?
Calm down. Do you understand what you're saying?
I do.
Then you know that no tragedy will be prevented by a weapon like that. People cause those tragedies, not powers. Taking them away won't solve anything. I know this has been bothering you. I get worried when I think I might lose my power too. But that doesn't make it right to take them all away. You're the one that is most fixated on the superiority of powers.
I apologize. That was a bad joke.
What?
Huh? That was a joke? Come on. Don't scare me like that.
Don't worry. I've deleted all data related to the research, including the backups.
That's a relief.
Flash drives, man.
Let's go back. It's dangerous to teleport with so many others around. So we should take the same route we came.
Yeah, okay. Let's go. The way he was talking, even if it was a joke, he sounded kind of serious.
Yeah,
He must have been really hurting to be tempted by it.
but I mean, how would they fight the others effectively without the powers? Huh.
Our mission is complete. That was good work.
I'm glad nothing happened. You surprised me a little back there.
I was only teasing you. Besides, I'll be honest with you. I hated you for a bit.
Look, what?
What?
It was more jealousy than hatred. I've been a research subject ever since I was young. We're both duds, but your family still loved you. I thought that you could never really understand how I felt.
Oh, I see. I'm sorry, I didn't know you felt that way.
You don't need to apologize. What you said before made something clear to me. We see the world differently because we've lived different lives. And because of that, I think there are things I could learn from you. You're right. I am the one that is fixated on superiority of powers.
That was in the heat of the moment.
I'm embarrassed to have acted like such a child. Are you disappointed that someone like me is a Septentrion?
Septentrion.
No. I'm glad you told me how you really feel. I hope you'll feel free to be honest with me in the future.
You certainly are honest to a fault. Perhaps I could learn that as well. So, should we run back to the hideout?
What? It's pretty far. You're here, so why don't we teleport?
Stamina is just as important as strength.
I knew
Let's
it.
go.
He's a
That's
physical
not
dude.
what I meant when I said to feel free.
He's a physical fitness dude. He's definitely going on a run. That was pretty cool. I mean, still kind of scary to think about. I mean, if they lived in a world without powers. Yeah. Hypothetically speaking, what are your thoughts about a world without powers, you two? Do not worry. I'm not teasing anymore. It's only a hypothetical situation. Right. It's a little worrying. But with or without powers, I think that humans will stay the same. I think what's important is the connection in our hearts and each other. You never cease to shock me, Yuito. The connection in our hearts. I would like to think on that myself. Yeah, but you guys have others to deal with, and these powers are helping you deal with the others. It's kind of like, you know, come across that situation when you vanquish the enemy. Where's he at? You in here? There you are. Do I have things for you? No. Oh wait, I have nothing with Hanabi? Well, that's true. Hanabi is already done. Her little Baki is up on the mantle. Alright, Arashi. Let's talk to Arashi. We got some hope solving Kunage issue now. Whoops. I just used my head. Forgot it's time for slacking off right now. Bond with me.
Arashi hasn't mentioned the forced break program to me once since then. I wonder why she wanted to make it in the first place. She said it was to help people like me rest. She also said I was just like someone... I know! I'll call that person up! She isn't going to like this, but if it helps get the issue out... Hey, Arashi. Remember how you told me that I was like Major General Fubuki?
Oh, that? I can't believe you remember that. Yeah, you two are alike. especially how earnest and naive you are.
You told me to rest and relax because being too earnest wasn't good. But I think those words and the forced break program were meant for him.
That's an interesting idea. What makes you think that?
There's a lot of reasons, but I guess seeing him work until he collapsed sealed the deal. Whenever I see him, I do think he really needs someone to force him to rest. If that's the case, I think you should be telling all of this to him instead of me.
Even if you're right, that sounds like a pain.
I thought you'd say that. I'm sorry for doing this behind your back. But I invited Major General Fubuki here. He should arrive any minute now.
What?
I received a message from Yuito. He said you wanted to talk to me, Arashi?
Fubuki? I had no idea you were so nosy, Yuito.
You're the one who started this by trying to force me to rest, so consider this payback.
I can't believe you.
Arashi? Yuito? What's going on?
Sorry, Fubuki, but I don't really have anything to talk to you about.
Arashi, come on.
I mean, there's a lot of things I could say. However, I know it's wrong to push my own values on you. I won't criticize or deny the way you live just because we think differently. I suppose I was conceited to think that I was always right.
I'm surprised to hear you say that.
Really? It's the conclusion I drew from my latest experiment.
Experiment?
Yeah, it was pretty enjoyable. It's all thanks to the wonderful test subject I had.
Uh-oh.
In other words, you just have to follow your gut.
Arashi.
Arashi.
Just don't push yourself too hard. I can't support you if you collapse. Like, physically.
I know. Thank you.
Sorry, maybe I did stick my nose where it didn't belong.
That's alright. That was surprisingly cathartic. I've been avoiding that conversation because I thought it was too much of a pain. Seems like I had a lot I kept bottled up inside. I feel a bit better now.
Really? That's good.
So here's a token of my appreciation. Take it.
Appreciation? My vision!
Oh, what?
It's the light version of the break program. It starts spinning your vision so you'll...
I'm getting dizzy.
Yes, that was awesome. How's that for relaxing, Yuito?
You're actually pissed, aren't you?
Oh, that's great. I can't wait to see
Looks
what
like
her...
you're working hard. I don't think it's a good idea to work too hard, though.
You're one to talk.
You don't care enough about slacking off. It's not a bad thing. When you know your own strength and rest when you need it, you'll be a better soldier. Work on that. There's a lot of people who will be sad if you fall. I'm one of them.
Level 4. Wait, is that Assault Vision? Yes, Assault Vision. Nice. Yeah, I can't wait to see what her large pot and ladle. Yeah, I can't wait to see what Arashi and Kasane's relationship is like.
You have potential. However, you should not overdo it.
Thanks. Yeah, I'll be careful.
I don't see it. Did it go in the kitchen? Oh, yeah. Is that what it was? I mean, I don't really come into the kitchen very often, but it's a large pot and ladle, so that makes sense. What do we get? Are you okay, lazy Yui? So your dizziness is your dizziness better? I hope that teaches you not to play pranks like that on an adult, lazy Yui. I should thank you though. It looks like my byproduct of my rest program is worth more than I thought. I feel sick, but I'm relieved that you said that. I feel bad for what I did. This isn't really an apology, but I want you to teach me how to switch gears like an adult. Lazy Yui wants to learn directly from Master Lazy Ara. How can I put this? You're too serious to help. Fine. I'll teach you the basics of being a bad adult. Meiji General Fubuki, I'm sorry to disturb you. If you have time, could you come to the hideout? Arashi has been acting strange lately. It seems she wants to talk to you. Thanks for the message. My sister's acting strange? You mean like she always does? I'm on my way. Let's talk to you next. Wait. Arashi, where are you at? Do eyes have... Oh, there she is. Do I have gifts for you? I do. I have a cushion. Here's a cushion. This would be perfect nap. I had a feeling. That's why she wanted a cushion to nap on. And where's that? Oh, it's on the couch. Hey, never mind. She's holding it down the floor. Okay. I have... Ooh! Yeah! The fighting game. Duel 4.
You know what I like. Thanks.
You bought the console too? You're really prepared, Chuckles. Is there anyone who could beat me in a real match? By the way, NDS Soldier Z is good for beginners. It's a zombie that can come back after being killed 25 times. Okay. Is that a reference to something? Because I don't know. Oh, that would be the coolest thing ever. And that is why I think AR is better than VR. Augmented reality will be so much cooler than VR, virtual reality, you know? In my opinion, but augmented reality is kind of a bit of ways away. It's really cool. I don't want to talk to Kaguro. But I had everything for Arashi done. Okay, now let's talk to you that I can't remember your name. Kyoka. Bond with me.
Yuito, do you have a minute? There's something I have to tell you.
What's the matter?
Let's go to Masubi's. I'll tell you everything there. About things I've been hiding from you.
What was it that you were hiding from me?
I couldn't tell you before because I was scared of what you'd think of me. A long time ago, Togetsu ordered me to monitor your mother, Wakana Sumeragi.
My mom?
Yes. Right after she escaped from Togetsu, they sent me into Suo. I spied on her and reported everything to them. Her movements, her life, and her family.
I see. That's why you knew about my childhood.
I'm sorry for not telling you sooner.
No, I'm glad you told me. I'm surprised, but I'm sure you didn't have a choice.
Thank you. I don't know if this can make up for it, but I'll answer anything you want to know.
Let's see. Okay. I'm a little embarrassed to ask this.
What is it?
Could you tell me more about my mom? We didn't have time to really sit down and have a conversation when she came back.
Yes, of course. Where should I start? From that romantic day your parents met?
No, you don't need to go that far. How about from the time I was born?
Let's see. You had to be kept in the hospital for a while, but you were such a cute baby. Your mother was always by your side, watching over you. While you and your brother grew, I think your mother always sensed Togetsu in the shadows. Still, she continued basking you in love, never showing any sign of fear or worry. She was an incredible person.
Do you think you were watching over us like my mom did?
Huh?
Just... the way you were talking about it made it sound like you kept a watchful eye on us. I'm sorry if I was wrong.
You're right. I may have gotten a little attached. I mean, I've been watching your family for years. I still wish Wakana could have lived like that forever. However, I couldn't even imagine going against Togetsu at the time. All I could do was watch.
You don't need to feel responsible for that. You're not like that anymore.
Hearing you say that makes me feel like I can forgive myself a little. Thank you.
Well, thank you for telling me stories about my mom. Can I hear more sometime?
Yes, anytime you'd like. I have lots I want to share as well, like the first time you walked, or when your diaper...
Hey, we don't need to go over anything like that. Do you have tons of embarrassing stories about me or something?
Just the person I wanted to see. Your lucky color for the day is red, and your lucky direction is south.
Thanks for that. So, what should I do specifically?
Eat red food and deploy south, probably. Should I make something for you?
Oh, no thanks. I appreciate the thought.
Level 3's combo vision, right? Yeah. What? While SAS active, you create duplicates of yourself that attack. Oh, that is so cool. Oh, the duplication. That's going to be a lot of fun to play as from the beginning with Kasane. That's cool.
You can talk to me about anything. Romantic issues, or dreams you had last night.
Okay. I don't have anything right now, but you can come talk to me anytime you want to.
What we got? I messaged you about smiling before, right? When you were a baby, your smile when you were with your mother was like a blooming flower, especially when she would tickle you. You looked like you were having so much fun. You would beg her to do it. It used to make me smile too. It's kind of embarrassing, but it reminded me that I was loved. Thanks, Kyoka. Hearing you say that makes me feel like I helped. Thanks to you too, Yuito. I think I have things for you. I have a first aid kit. Yeah, I have 2 of them. Okay, I can give you one. It takes a long time to bond with an entire team full like this. Don't worry, I'll fix you up if you get hurt. You know?
I feel like I need to talk to Kasane more.
She's the last person I'm going to talk to. I'm going to talk to Sugumi first. Well, that game is playing itself. Or you just leave it on. It's a waste of electricity. But yeah, we have so many people now. We have what? 7 people? No, 8 people. With 8 people now. It takes some time. Talk. Oh. Okay, we give that to you, I guess. Pretty sure we were just given one of these, but here, we'll give you a brand new one.
This
Oh,
is
there's the first aid kit. This is some serious cookware. Thanks. Now I'll have to put all my skill into cooking. It's not there. Is she using it? She's using it! She's already burnt it. Okay. Room fragrance? That's yours.
This is nice.
It smells really good. Did you have me in mind when you picked it out? Giggle. Thanks. Now, is that on her desk?
I'm sorry, Yuito. I pushed a lot on you without considering your feelings.
Huh?
It's all good.
What are you talking about?
You know, like charms and fortune-telling. I just wanted to become friends with you so badly that I went a little overboard. From now on, I'm going to do my best to be a motherly and trustworthy sisterly figure to you.
Okay, you just said a lot. Motherly and trustworthy sister figure. Okay. Assault vision, nice. Whoa. Whoa, that looks so cool. Oh, that was awesome looking. Get first aid kit. I just gave like 2 of those out. I'm gonna give another one out.
I think of you as family, Yuito. I hope that doesn't bother you.
That's all good.
Of course not. It makes me happy. I'm glad you feel that way.
And that was all I can give you. So, Sugami, you're next. We've already done your solo. This actually might be number 5 with her. Your mother is so pretty. It seems like she seems even kinder than Babe's version. Bond with me.
Yuito, can I ask you something?
Sure, what?
We found the white flowers already. I was wondering if there were any other plants you want me to find?
Nothing comes to mind.
Oh, alright.
You look really disappointed. What's up all of a sudden?
Well, I wanted to help you.
You always help me. Not only in battle, but with the flowers too. That's more than enough.
But
Huh? What is it?
She likes you.
Oh, sorry. You don't have to tell me if you don't want to.
Wait, I'll say it. I have to. I want to be brave.
Sugumi?
I want to be... I want to be your friend.
Huh? You want to be my friend?
I've been thinking about it for a long time. You're so nice, and you listen to me, so I want to be your friend. I looked for the white flowers because I wanted to help you. I thought if I did, you'd be my friend.
We were friends before that.
Oh, that's what you were trying to say when I asked you why you were so interested in that flower on Hiyano Mountain.
Yeah, I didn't lie then, but the main reason was because I wanted you to be my friend. So I asked if there was any other way I could help. I'll help you any way I can.
You don't have to do that, you know.
So you don't want to be my friend?
What are you talking about? We're already friends.
What?
That's how I feel anyway. If it's okay with you, I want to be your friend.
But I can't talk normally, and I couldn't bring the flower back. I wasn't any help.
It don't matter.
Whether you're helping or not doesn't matter. Friends are friends. Besides, you've been talking normally for a while now.
The way I talk isn't normal. I just blush and go quiet. I can't look people in the eyes.
Listen, it's fine if that's normal for you. But what do you think is normal anyways?
Being able to talk a lot without pausing. If you don't do that, people don't understand.
That's not true. Even if you don't talk very much, I understand how you feel.
Really?
I mean, you found that flower's name from the little that I remembered, and you were going to climb Hiyano Mountain by yourself. Seeing all that, there's no question how much you care about me. Anyone would agree. And who else but a friend would go through that much trouble?
You think so?
Yeah. Take plants, for example. They make you feel good just by being around and not talking, right?
Yeah.
So don't feel like you have to go to great lengths or change who you are just to please others. I think you should just be yourself, just as you are now.
That's kind of strange. I've never thought I could be myself. I always wanted to be normal. I thought that if I was, I would be able to make friends besides Kagero.
Like I said, I'm your friend. So stressing yourself out is the last thing I want you to do. Just like that white flower. You left it alone because you thought it would be happier living on the mountain. I think you should live the way that's easiest for you as well. That sounds a little pompous, though.
No, it doesn't. I'm happy.
Same here. I'm happy to call you my friend.
Yeah, we're friends.
Oh, right. About the flowers. I just thought of one I want to find.
What? Go on.
We couldn't bring back that silent snowmelt before, so I was thinking we could find a flower that's suited for this place. Is there one that would bloom inside the hideout? And I'm just asking as a friend, so...
There are a lot. There's no direct sunlight inside the hideout, so... a flower that can live inside the shade is best. Like a spathiphyllum.
Spatho... what now?
Exactly.
But we should take it outside to get some sun once in a while. It's hard for flowers to bloom without ever getting sunlight. Soil, too. If it's not the right soil for the flower, it will wilt. I know a good shop for soil. I'll take you there.
I was hoping for an easier one. Like one for beginners.
Sucking it.
There are no easy plants. They're all living things.
Got it. So first, I should get serious about this. She looks like she's having fun. She has no trouble talking about plants. She sees me as a friend too. I guess that means we're real friends now. There's no other way to put it. Okay, I'm ready to learn, Professor Sugumi.
Sure. I'll start with the basics. Make sure you take notes.
Huh? Right. Okay.
Hey, succulents are very easy to take care of. You can water them like once a month, give them a little bit of light. They're good to go. Friendly things. I'm glad we're friends, Yuito. I wonder what else friends do together. I think I might want to do more friend things with you, other than talking about plants. That's kind of a tough question. There are some limited Baki goods coming out soon, if you're interested. Let's go buy them, yeah. That sounds fun. Like friends. It's a promise. Okay. Wait. I have things for you, right? Do your feet touch the ground? I don't think they do. I would probably benefit from that because I move a lot. If you have not noticed in my recordings, I'm always swaying back and forth. What? Gifts. I'm always swaying back and forth. Oh, I don't have anything. I'm always swaying back and forth and all that. I'm always moving. So... everyone's done besides Kasane, huh? Man, I was really hoping to get the next bond level with you. Is there any gift I don't have for you? Because then I'm very... nope, wrong button. I'm very interested in... what is left with you? Sugumi. That one's done. Got that one. Ooh, doing that one. Oh, I wonder if that's the last one. I bet it is. Yeah, because if I pay attention to Hanabi, every time Hanabi's face lights up, check marks are there. So she has everything. So the only thing I'm missing is was it pound? Yeah, a pound style suppression. Or pound type suppression. That's the only thing I'm missing. Then I'd probably have her at level 5. Alright, Kasane, you're the last one. We're gonna be an hour into this episode. Depends on how if you have the long bond episode, well, we have to go somewhere. This is gonna be a very, very long episode. I wonder if people left on the moon are still suffering from metamorphosis. It's a very good question. I wonder if we'll ever get that answer and what is happening.
I didn't
on the
really
moon.
talk to Kasane about the fact that the person who raised her was my mother. Hey, Kasane. Do you have a minute?
Sure, what is it?
I wanted to talk to you about my mother. I thought you may want to as well.
Yes. Will you come with me to Mizuhagawa?
Why?
I thought it would be best to talk somewhere private. I also want to get some combat in.
So you want to get some
Okay.
field training? Great. I'll make lunch then. We'll probably get hungry.
This isn't a picnic. Fine.
Good. Then we'll leave in an hour. We don't get to do this too often, so I'll make the best lunch that I can.
So we are gonna go do a longer episode or bond episode. But no, it's not the two of us there.
Looks like we took care of most of the others around here. Let's take a break. Here's your lunch.
Oh.
She's not saying anything. Maybe she doesn't like some of the vegetables. Or maybe I tried too hard? I was going to make something simpler, but I got carried away. Is it too much?
It's fine. It tastes fine too.
Thanks. So, let's talk while we eat. I was surprised that you called my mom Mother.
You're the one that called my mother Mom.
That's the same... No, wait. I guess she raised you first.
Mother raised me when she was in Togetsu. Then she had you and your brother in Suo.
That means you're like my big sister then.
Wait a minute. Why am I your big sister?
You were raised first, so that means you're older than me.
Oh, I guess you're right. I hadn't thought about it that much.
She is rather indifferent sometimes. Well, we really don't pay attention to actual age in the OSF.
I don't have memories from when Mother went away until I was adopted by the Randalls.
That's when my brother and I were born, so it must have been about 10 years. Were you in cryogenic sleep or something?
That's most likely the case. All I remember is losing my mother, and how painful it was.
Oh, right. But I was born because she left Togetsu, so that's a good thing for me, at least.
Right.
Oh, sorry. That was a little insensitive.
Yeah.
No. It's true that if Mother had stayed in Togetsu, you wouldn't have been born.
So, I guess I should call you Big Sister now?
No.
Stop it. The only big sister I know is Naomi. It doesn't suit me.
Okay, I won't say it anymore.
No.
Whew, that was quite the feast. Not too bad if I do say so myself.
Yes, it was good, thanks. How do you feel about seeing Mother?
It was necessary in order to save the world. But in truth, I was really happy to see her.
Me too. The moment I saw her face, it was like I was a child again. It was really strange.
Neither of us had seen her since we were young. There's just so much I want to tell her about.
So do I. I wonder if we'll have the time, though.
That's hard to say. Did you ask her how long she can stay in this time?
No, I haven't had the chance. I hope she'll stay forever.
Yeah. But as much as I want her to, I know in my heart that she won't be with us that long.
You're right. But we can't just spend all of our time being sad about it.
Yeah. Sorry for being a downer.
I wasn't accusing you of anything. I just don't want to think that not seeing her is the end of the relationship. Even if we can't be together, it doesn't mean we'll forget the people who loved us.
I was just a kid, but I remember being so happy when I was with my mom.
As long as we have those memories, no matter how much time passes, we're all still connected.
I like that way of thinking. Even without the red strings, our hearts are connected over time.
Yes. Though it sounds rather trite when you put it into words.
Really? I don't think it does. I will say the ability to time travel has really messed with us. But I am very thankful that it allowed me to see my mom again.
Yes. I have more good memories now.
Promise not to laugh, but when I actually saw her again and heard her voice, I felt a lump in my throat and almost started to cry. I actually did cry a little, though.
Why would I laugh at you for that? I felt the same way.
I guess we've gotten a little too comfortable here.
This is perfect. Let's get a workout in before we head back.
Okay. Let's take care of this together.
Stay on guard. It might not be just them. Connect with SAS and don't forget your surroundings.
She said it doesn't suit her, but she is like a big sister sometimes.
What? You look like you want to say something.
You can't.
Oh, it's nothing. Let's go.
You said not to. That was nice. But I am still very, very curious if we'll ever see anything
Yuito.
about the moon.
I wanted to talk to you.
Sure, what is it?
I just wanted to thank you. It's strange, but whenever I talk to you, I feel relieved. It's kind of like you're to me what Baki is to you.
Baki. Hey, level 4. Oh, level 6, not level 5, level 6. I saw vision. That looks cool.
I wonder if I understand your feelings better. Communicating with someone is difficult.
Yeah, it's not like I'm good at it either, but I get what you're saying.
What you got? What you got? What you got? It was delicious. You remembered what I said that I have a refined palate. That the lunch you made me was delicious. I just want to tell you that. There's one more thing I want to tell you. When I saw you fight today, I was thinking the way you use your power is a little rough around the edges. You should focus more. I'm happy you like my cooking. I'll cook for you again. Rough? Huh? I certainly can't move like you do, Kasane. Why don't you train me? To show my appreciation, I guess I'll make you another lunch. If you do that, of course. If you want to, of course. Right. It'll be good practice for me, too. So I guess I wouldn't mind training you. Could you bring the lunches when we do? Aw, she likes our cooking. Alright. Let's give you a first aid kit. So I wonder, like, all this stuff right here that we're about to give her, I wonder if that's stuff people give us when we play Kasane.
Nice.
I can't wait to play Kasane's story. It's gonna be really cool. I'm not very good at it, but I wanted to practice. You're a lifesaver. Okay, well, practicing first aid might be a little dangerous. But there she got it. Alright, we have a sewing kit.
Okay.
My sister used it a lot, but I didn't really. I might need it sometimes though. Yeah, well, don't be all upset about it. I have a cork board. I have 2 cork boards because I think I made one accidentally and I already had one. I don't know. Corky cork.
Nice.
By pasting pictures on things like this, I can check on them from above. Thanks. I could use this. Wait, is it gonna have pictures on it? Oh, it does. Is that? That's a Nabi up there. Interesting. Although I don't remember. I thought Naima was blonde, right? Might be Arashi. Wherever Arashi went. She's over there. Yeah, it might be Arashi. I'm not sure. You love poems more than this hang a scroll, so we'll give you the hang a scroll first.
Okay.
Decorating with letters. It's strange. I don't know much about it, but I am interested. It's alright. It adds to the room. Poem collection, First Love in the Maiden. This might put us to level 5 with her.
This is... Thanks.
You're welcome. Gonna say words. I was looking for a collection by this author. I didn't think you would have it. What? You look surprised, but my sister loved this book, so I wanted to like it too.
When I look at you lately, I realize that Naomi had a good eye for people. I was the one biased against you.
What did she say about me?
Oh, that's a secret between sisters. She really trusted you, though. Of course, I do now as well.
Level 5, Assault Vision, no. Prolonged SAS. Nice.
I feel something special with you, though it's hard to put into words.
Yeah, me too. I feel like we have a real connection.
Well, Team Bond's level 4. Not going to get any higher. I mean, I could spend some time and go get things and probably make it higher if I go and get everyone the things they don't have. But it's all good. This is what we're going to call this episode an hour in. An hour in to bond with everybody. Crazy. Oh yeah, there's those scented things. Cool. But yeah, next episode we continue on the story and maybe start working towards conclusion. Although we are in chapter 10, which now we're going to be in chapter 11. I thought there'd only be 10 chapters in this game. Yeah, conclusion and the accidental meeting. But now we're... Yeah. Now we have our mother, and usually when we're in standbys, we jump to the next phase. But I guess it technically does scroll. I didn't think this page would scroll, so maybe there's more than 10 phases. Maybe we have more time than I thought. I don't know. I'm enjoying it, so I don't mind. Hope you guys are also enjoying it. And if you are, hit that thumbs up button and show your support. If you're new and you haven't, subscribe for more content. Feel free to share this video, comment down below. And until next time, I'm ApexReaper. Y'all stay positive. Thanks for watching.
Afraid of the dark? Are you scared?